What's up, EV Clan? Alex Espion here, and I am fresh out the shower, ready to make some progress in this game. Welcome back to the Pokemon Red Randomizer Nuzlocke. This is part 12, I believe. And, we finally made it past the trainer that we lost to in our first run in the last episode, in case you missed it. And if you did miss it, then please go back and watch it. In fact, if this is your first episode, welcome. And please go back and watch the previous ones, because this series has been a lot of fun so far, and a couple crazy things have happened. Definitely, my luck is, if you're new, my luck is not very good. So, I have ran into a lot of crappy situations. I have found myself in a bunch of very unfortunate situations. But, yeah. We finally made it to Mount Moon in episode 11 of this series. Suffice it to say, I've lost a couple times. But, here we are. I could grind a little bit more. That would make me a lot more comfortable. But, I'm just gonna go straight ahead, go straight in, because if you're not new to this series, then you've probably seen me grinding enough. That being said, here's a Blastoise, which is super effective on Alice the Cubone, so we gotta get Alice out of here. And we're gonna switch into, I forget what Andrew is. Andrew is, I'm not gonna look. I was playing this yesterday, I should know this. My memory, like I said, once again, in case you're new, my memory's not very good. So, I know that Olivia is a Vaporeon. What is Andrew? What is Andrew? I'm really trying to think. I know this. I can figure this out. Andrew is a coughing. Yes? No? Possibly? Let's see. Let's go. I know my Pokemon. I know the Pokemon on my team. I guess that is the bare minimum in a Nuzlocke of what you should know. So I shouldn't be so impressed with myself. But, like, this is good. This is good because my memory is garbage. So I'm surprised I remember that much. But yeah, it took me a little bit, but I got there. I was also just playing Multiverses earlier today. So glad that game is back. I love platform fighters. Obviously, if y'all have seen the previous episodes, then you know I do play Smash Bros. My main in Smash is Jigglypuff. I'd like it better if it was something else, honestly. But like, I feel like the majority of the time you don't pick your main kind of picks you. Like, it's just whatever character clicks with you. That being said, I probably should have bought Pokeballs before coming in here, because I know last episode I was like, oh yeah, I'll buy potions for now. I'll get Pokeballs when I go to Mount Moon, before I go to Mount Moon, so that I can get an encounter in there. And then I forgot to get the Pokeballs. But like, to be honest, even if I did buy as many Pokeballs as I possibly could right before coming in here, what were the odds I was catching a Blastoise? Like, I don't know about this game, but in future games, the starters definitely have low catch rates, and I feel like since games have gotten easier over the years, that in Gen 1, it's even lower. So I highly doubt that even if I had bought those Pokeballs, I would have been able to catch this thing. Even if I only plan on getting up to 10. I only plan on getting like 10 in any given situation, just because I don't feel like many more than that is, well, I guess that's usually my rule, is that I always have 10 Pokeballs and 10 potions with me, and I'll get more as needed. But yeah, I should probably go back and buy Pokeballs, just so that I don't forget later that I have none. Because I have seen people go into battles in Nuzlocke and be like, oh, I have no Pokeballs. And I totally seem like the kind of person to do that, because my memory is bad. In fact, my memory is so bad, I'm sure I've done that before, but I just don't remember doing it. I know I've killed Pokemon by accident. I know I've killed encounters by accident. I think I did that twice. The first one was a Paris. In that one run where I got an Omanyte. But I don't remember what the second one was. However, I do remember there was a second one where I accidentally killed my encounter. I think it was actually this run, but I don't remember what the encounter was. Honestly, I really like Zigzagoon. I don't know why I bought this up. I guess I was just thinking of Nuzlocke and, like, past runs of Nuzlocke, and that brought me to Pokemon Ruby Randomizer Nuzlocke, which is the Nuzlocke in which I have lost the most times. And also gotten the closest to winning, I guess, because I did, in one run, get into the Pokemon League. And that is pretty darn close, if I do say so myself. But I just walked into the Pokemon Center and got my Pokemon healed, even though they had not taken any damage. So, maybe they're taking, like, a little bit of damage, but I don't think it was a whole lot. I think the Vaporeon, like, the most it could have taken was a couple not very effective water guns, which would have done, like, 2 or 3 damage. But, yeah, I just walked into the wrong building and got my Pokemon healed unnecessarily when I was supposed to come in here and buy potions. So I'll do that now. And, what was I saying? Something about, yes, okay. I guess it was just me talking about, failed runs of Nuzlocke that brought me back to thinking about Gen 3. But darn, I love Zigzagoon. Like, okay, I said in a previous episode that Galarian forms are, like, strictly inferior to Alolan forms. And I think that is true. I think the Alolan forms were better. However, in general, Galar just had better Pokemon designs, I think. Sword and Shield has like, the best Pokemon designs in a while. Like, we have not gotten Pokemon designs that good in a hot minute. I think Gen 1 and Gen 8 have the strongest Pokemon designs. Legitimately. Because Gen 8, all the designs just have, like, so much inspiration taken from all these different things. Like, you got, like, Phalanx, which is based off of, like, an army formation. You got Stonejourner, which is based off of, like, a Stonehenge, probably. Don't fact check me on that one. You got, like, Dreadnought, which is based off of which is like a half turtle, half dreadnought hybrid, because dreadnoughts were like these warships, and the big tusk on its head is like the big, like, metal thing that comes out of the front of the dreadnought and, like, sinks other ships, and it even talks about it doing that in the Pokédex. Like, Dreadnought, very cool, because it is a turtle, it is a snapping turtle, which is also a dreadnought. And Dreadnought, and like, so it's Dreadnought, but instead of knot, it ends with gnaw, because he's gnawing on things. He's a snapping turtle. Like, I love that. I think that's really cool. Also, I've always just loved turtles, because as a kid, I was really obsessed with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, I watched so much of that crap, and so I guess I just kind of grew up to really like turtles. And ninjas. I'm just, like, really into both. Anything that really has, like, a ninja vibe, I'm into. And then, like, I just like turtle-related stuff. Like, I will say, Bulbasaur is my go-to when I play Gen 1 in terms of picking starters, because like I said, Venusaur, like I said in the previous episode, Venusaur is just, like, absolutely busted. To lose with Venusaur, you like, have to try, unless you're, like, super underleveled or some crap. But, like, yeah, Venusaur is just strictly better than the other starters, I believe. Like, everybody likes Charizard, but I don't think Charizard is as good as Venusaur. Especially because, like, because Venusaur is just such a good Pokemon. Like, the stats are just so good. It's like, usually bulky Pokemon aren't fast, but he's bulky and fast. Like, I think that, for a while, I was really surprised. Like, I think that, like, the first few times I looked it up, for a while I was surprised. I'd see Venusaur outspeed things, and then I'd be like, how is that? It's a big old frog dinosaur leaf thingy, but, like, he's big and bulky and all, but he gets moving. Like, Venusaur is fast. A lot faster than you think it would be. But, what TM did I just get? I actually didn't know what TM I got from the gym. Nightshade. I got Nightshade. Okay, Nightshade's pretty good. It's pretty nice to have. Light Screen. Ooh. Can anyone learn that? I don't want to use... I feel like it's not, like, very... Alice can learn that. Huh. That's interesting. Because if I were to, like, think up, oh, which Pokemon can use Light Screen? I'd be like, Mr. Mime, Alakazam, Gothitelle. I don't know why those are the 3 psychic types that popped up into my head immediately, but, like, I didn't think, like, psychic types, you know? I think psychic types, like Mirror Coat. I did not think Cubone would learn Mirror Coat. Not Mirror Coat. Sorry. What are we learning? Hold on a minute. What are we? Light Screen. That's the one. Sorry, light and mirrors and like it's all the same really. But do I want this? I mean, Cubone I feel like is an attacking Pokemon. More of an attacking Pokemon. But then again, I did see with my last Marowak in a previous run that it was like high defense. And that really surprised me. But it seems that there was nothing very strange about that Marowak because I thought maybe my Marowak is just strange. I thought this was a fast attacker Pokemon. But actually, in reality, it seems to have some fantastic defense. Like, I didn't know that they were defensive, but I guess they just are. Let me actually compare. So let me look at our strongest Pokemon. Olivia, which is all around great stat spread. Like, great stats in everything, honestly. Even attack is like, yeah, it's the lowest, but that's still really good. Vaporeon's just kind of broken, but like, kind of cracked. But, even Vaporeon. Defense, 32, versus Cubone's, which is like 35, I think? 34. I was close. So yeah, I think that it would be... I've never really seen a Marowak used for setup, but I think that a setup Marowak slash Cubone, for the time being it's a Cubone, but I think that a setup Marowak and or Cubone is a good idea, because its defense is much higher than I was expecting. So, and like defensive Pokemon, they have time to set up because they can take the hits. Like, they have time to set up before they start attacking, because they can take a lot of hits. So I'd imagine that Light Screen wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh wait, TM compatibility is randomized, isn't it? That's why it learns it. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I probably randomized TM compatibility, that's why. Because I was gonna say, like, why on earth does Cubone get Light Screen? But yeah, that makes sense. I didn't think this thing was supposed to have Light Screen. But then again, I was so dumbfounded by the fact that it's a defensive Pokemon. Like, I never knew that. So at that point, I was just like, what else do I not know about Cubone? Maybe this thing is a defensive Pokemon that's good at setting up screens. Like, oh no. Oh crap. Wait a minute. Oh crap. We can't touch this thing with Alice. Okay. Light Screen protects from special moves. And I doubt this thing can hit us, because it's probably gonna have electric type moves. Unless it has Peck. Thunder Shock? Haha! Yes! Okay. We're gonna set up Light Screens then. Alice is protected against special attacks. Okay. I don't think... Did that say Alice's Light Screen? Can we set up multiple? I mean, I know in future gens we can't, but can we get in this gen? Okay, no, we cannot. So, Light Screen does work the same way in this gen than it does in other ones. So, since I went for Thunder Shock. So, I'm gonna say that that's what it has, and that's what I'm going to use to comfort myself. That fact that I don't quite know is a fact yet, I'm going to use to comfort myself while I send in my Coughing and hope for the best. Come on, Coughing, you can take this. Coughing's pretty defensive. Oh, crap. That Light Screen did, nothing. Drill Peck! Crap! Uh-oh. This is not good, is it? It's crazy, because the other day, I was talking to my brother about, like, the legendaries I was running into. And I was like, Mewtwo's so broken. Give me any other legendary besides Mewtwo. Or Zapdos. And here we are, running into the other thing that my team can't deal with. Gosh darn it, man. The Smog just has to poison. It's as simple as that. That's what this battle comes down to. It did not poison. Oh gosh, man. We can get out of this. It is possible. I just have to get a little bit lucky. And I know that that's not exactly my, it's not exactly what something I'm very good at. But just a little luck, and we're out of this. The smog just needs to poison. Uh-oh. I forgot to heal. No, 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 no. This is stab. Okay. Take it, Elvia, take it, take it, take it, take it, take it, take it. Oh my gosh! Bruh! I just sacked off my coughing for nothing. Are you kidding me? Okay, okay, what, hold on a minute. Hold on 1 second. It was not outspeeding. And then suddenly it started outspeeding, and I was about to cry because I thought I lost the Nuzlocke. But no, Olivia hung on to that super effective Thundershock. Oh my gosh, what the frick just happened? I hate this trainer. Goodbye. Oh my goodness. No, 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 get me out of here. Get me out of here. Get me out of here right now. Get me out right now. I'm done with this. I'm done with this crap. Oh my gosh, man. Vaporeon could have taken it. I mean, it's rough that we essentially just sacked him on for no reason. But, like, it did ensure. There wasn't, I don't think there was absolutely no reason to it. I think it did ensure that my Olivia did live, my Vaporeon. But, I just realized upon looking into the PC that Alice should not have been named Alice, because I was going female, male, when naming things. And so, since I forgot about my Fearow that instantly died, called Kiki. So, Alice, so that was a female first, a male second, and then Kiki was a female, and so Alice should have been named a male name, but that's okay. That's alright, whatever. I guess, goodbye, Andrew. You will be missed. To be honest, Andrew lived quite a bit longer than I thought he would, because, coughing is not really a Pokemon that I would call good. Like, I don't think it's a really bad Pokemon, but it's a pretty bad Pokemon. It's like, I don't think that a coughing or wheezing has ever been a problem for me to take down in any situation, except it exploding. And obviously that's not a viable strategy in a Nuzlocke, so, I don't think that in a Nuzlocke, a coughing is very good. So yeah, lived quite a bit longer than I thought, especially considering, like, poison, like, Smog is all it had in terms of attacking Smog and Tackle. So, like, lived quite a bit longer than I thought they would, but I feel it was only a matter of time. So, rest in peace, Andrew. You will be missed. I can't say you didn't put in work, because you definitely did. I don't remember it, because my memory was bad, but I'm sure you did something important. So, rest in peace. But, anyway, I was supposed to go back to reading dialogue after I got past the point I was at. I didn't do that. Silly me. But, here goes a Raichu. This one, unlike the Zapdos, we can hit with super effective ground type moves, which is good, because Zapdos, the problem was, like, oh, we had a ground type out, and that's an electric type, but Zapdos was also a flying type. So, that was, like, the only Pokemon in this game, pretty much. The only electric type Pokemon in this game that Cubone couldn't have destroyed. And boy did it counter the rest of the team. I wouldn't say it necessarily countered coughing, but it was just strong. Like, Zapdos is just strong. So, really, I guess, sort of, in a way, did counter coughing. It did counter coughing, because coughing is weak. And usually, strong counters weak. But, yeah, I decided to switch out against the Paris, because Paris is a grass type, and Cubone is a ground type, and I really didn't think Paris was doing that much to a Cubone. But just to be safe, I might as well switch out, because I don't want to lose any more Pokemon today. Especially considering I did not get an encounter in this cave. But yeah. Where was I before where was I before my coughing was taken from me? Oh, I lost it. What do you have to say, woman? How do you get out of here? I don't know why I gave her that voice before. Oh, I lost it! She's not a small child. She might be a small child. But that sounds more like a male small child. Bone Club. You don't have Levitate in this gen. Because no one has Levitate in this gen. Because Levitate is not an ability that exists. Like I said, Zapdos is the only Pokemon that possibly could have countered Cubone that is Electric type. Because in future gens, Cubone wouldn't be able to hit a Levitate Magnemite. But guess what? Magnemite doesn't have Levitate, because like I said, nobody does, because nobody has abilities in this generation. Here comes Blastoise. It's another one. So Alice, of course, is getting out of here. And we will switch into our Vaporeon to take those not very effective water guns. Oh, that's a tackle. You have water. I assume it has, like, nothing. No better stab than water gun, right? At this level? Yeah. Honestly, I think at level in like the 30s, it wouldn't have any better stab than water gun. Like when it evolves, I don't think it has any better stab than water gun. Because I remember like using a Blastoise in Gen 3. It was like Pokemon Ash Gray. Obviously I had like all 3 starters. As I said before in a previous episode, I did have all 3 starters. And I believe they're all evolved at this point. But the Charmeleon was just a pain in the butt. Like, I don't know how Ash put up with that crap, because that thing just kept dying. Because, in case you didn't know, Ash Gray is all about, like, Ash's journey. Like, you are doing the journey that Ash did, basically. But in a video game. It's like a really cool idea. But I freaking hate how the Charmander does what it does in the anime. Because, in case y'all have never watched the Pokemon anime, first of all, what are you doing? Second, Ash's Charmander evolved into a Charmeleon and then began to not listen to his commands. Because Charmander thought he was so cool now that he's a big, tough Charmeleon. And then, as a Charizard, it started listening to him even less. So, my team in Ash Gray has been being dragged down by this stupid Charmander ever since it evolved into a Charmeleon. And it's like, it's so aggravating. Because I'm trying to grind it up, and I said before, like last time I was talking about Ash Gray, like why, I was talking about how I didn't understand how I got so underleveled. And I really don't, but if I had to if I had to place one suspicion, if I had to say one reason, like the most likely reason, I think, is probably because Charmander was just like stealing all the XP. Because this thing was just like, I had to constantly switch trade it. There was no room to grind it. There was no like there was no XP for the other Pokemon, because every other Pokemon had to share XP with this thing. I couldn't just like level it up and then level up another Pokemon. It's like this thing was consistently underleveled, so I thought it could handle battles itself, and then I have to switch it out when it couldn't, because it would be like about to kill the thing, and then it would just fall asleep, or look away, or do whatever disobedient Pokemon do, and it's so annoying, because then it just dies sometimes, and it's like, I'm trying to level you up. Do you wanna, I get it, you're stubborn, but would you really rather not listen to me than die? Like, bruh, I'm telling you how to stay alive. Just please heed my words. take into account what I'm saying. Losing stinks. Now that's a person that I should be giving the male child voice. But, how are we doing with our Pokemon's health? Yeah, we're doing pretty okay. I don't really want to go back and buy potions all that much, because that's just like a long way back. But at the same time, I wasted quite a few potions trying to keep my coughing alive, but to no avail. So, and also, it's just like, I've seen other people go through Mount Moon in one episode. And here we are, at the end of this episode, barely having done anything in Mount Moon. So well, thank you for the useless item. At least I can sell it. But, like, I don't understand how this is going so slow, to be honest. Because other people could get through Mount Moon in one episode, and it would be like a 25-minute episode. But here we are, 25 minutes into this episode, and I feel like I'm about to end it off. And just, like, we've done basically nothing. Like, I don't understand how we are 11 episodes into the series, and still no... Oh. Don't touch me! You're just a kid! Oh, you're just a kid! I think that's what he said. Biker wants to fight. What is a biker doing in a mountain? I don't think you should be biking through a mountain, especially with how dark it is here, but, you know what? I won't tell you how to live your life. Anyway. Well, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. It's like, I don't understand how we are on episode 11. Oh, no, wait, this is episode 12. I don't understand how we are on episode 12 and still not to the second gym yet. It's like, yeah, losing does have something to do with it, I'm sure. Losing repeatedly. But, like, this episode just goes to show me that, like, even without the losing, we are not going through this very quickly. And I'm wondering if it's just a Gen 1 problem, because I don't remember Mount Moon taking this long when I played through Fire Red. But then again, that wasn't a Nuzlocke. So, hey, maybe it's just because I'm a Nuzlocke, and I have to be... Maybe it's because I'm a Nuzlocke! Guys, I am a Nuzlocke! I'm not playing a Nuzlocke, I am the Nuzlocke! It's me. I've been the Nuzlocke the entire time. But, yeah, I guess... How many potions do we have left? 4. Yeah, I think we do have to go back and buy potions. However, now that I think about it, we don't really have a lot of money, so it's not like we have... we can do that, really. So... This episode is running on for longer than I'd like, but then again, so are all of them. So maybe I could just go back to Pokemon and get more potions in this episode, but I kinda... by the time we defeat this guy, it's already going to be like the 30-minute mark. Because I was like, oh yeah, we can do one more battle. And then I ran into a battle prior to the battle. Like, I was going to fight this trainer, and then I ran into a wild Pokemon, so I had to kill that before this trainer. And I think if I hadn't run into that wild Pokemon, the trainer might have been... we might have been almost done with this trainer by now. But since we did, it's taking a bit of extra time, which is dragging this episode on even longer, because I thought we were finally going to end an episode at 25 minutes, but here we are at 28 minutes, and the episode still hasn't ended. And here the guy is setting out a Lapras, which is pretty tanky, so this might even stretch it to 31 minutes. We'll see. I think it does depend on whether I decide to get the potions or not. But, like, you know what? Who cares? These episodes never end on time. They never end by the time I want them to, and frankly, I don't really care. It's like, it's whatever. I said they were going to be 25 minutes, but y'all, I'm sure, don't mind some extra content. I certainly don't mind providing y'all some extra content. And here's another water type, so I was thinking, hey, maybe we can switch in our ground type once again to get them some more XP, but no. There's too many water types in this game. Too many water types and grass types. I think those are, like, the most abundant types in this game. So, maybe having a ground type is not, like, the best. Especially because we, like, also can with flying types. I do think that water types come in handy a lot more. Like, I think the Vaporeon is the more useful Pokemon, type-wise. Because, like, just water is super effective against ground and rock. And it's only weak to grass and electric, which I guess is the same amount of weaknesses as it has super effective moves. But, like, trust me, that is good. Like, water types are good, I promise. So we're gonna take this thing out with a super effective Bone Club, assuming we have Bone Clubs left. I saw the PP was running quite low on Bone Club. Oh, we have 1 left. Well, we have 0 left. And the Ghastly is still alive. So, that's unfortunate. Uh-oh, how unfortunate. Uh-oh, how unfortunate. I'ma do a sneaky thing and throw another problem into the ring. So anyway, we're gonna take this lick. And, what was I talking about before? I was talking about my disobedient little Charmander. But yeah, even still, I persist. And, in Ash Gray, I did have a Meowth, which evolved into a Persian. And I would say that Meowth and Charmander, aka Charmeleon, were like, and like later on Charmeleon, were like the most consistently underleveled. But at least when I was up against like a weaker Pokemon, they would, I could train up Meowth pretty well. But like, so like before long, even Meowth, who had been underleveled for like most of the first half of the game, caught up and surpassed Charmeleon's level. But oh my gosh, we are running into so many Pokemon here, it's insane. Like, dang it, why are there like... I'm so annoyed. It's like 5 steps. I took like 5 steps since the last one. But yeah, Meowth, I like Meowth. I like cats in general. I am, fun fact, allergic to cats in real life, but I like cats in like video games and stuff. I like the idea of cats, I just can't touch them. Or get too close to them. Or breathe in air that has had their fur in it a lot, or... yeah. It's basically just like... you know, it's like that thing that you really like, but it's bad for you. Cats and McDonald's are basically the same type of thing for me, where I really like them both, but they're both bad for me. Cats are like McDonald's. I like them, but they're bad for me. But yeah, I like Meowth. I've always wanted to use a Meowth. And then boy did I get to Ash Gray, and I was like, wow, why did I want to use a Meowth? Like, I like the Pokemon, but the anime was very honest with this one. It's not like Pikachu, where they're like, oh, they hype him up, but he's really garbage. It's like, no, they are, in the anime, they portray Meowth as, like, absolutely useless. Like, I remember in one episode, Jesse and James threw Meowth into a battle, and he's like, I don't know how to battle! And then he's like, well, try it! He's like, wah! He's like, it's screaming as he gets thrown into the battle. But like, the whole thing in the anime is that he's like pretty much useless at battle. And I think that is, unlike Ash's Pikachu, which is super overpowered to the point where it's completely unrealistic to how Pikachu is in the games. Unlike Ash's Pikachu, Meowth, Jesse and James' Meowth is a completely realistic Meowth. It is a completely realistic portrayal of using a Meowth. It is absolutely useless. And like, I think that Persian was quite good in Gen 1 because it was like really fast, which would take like crit a lot. And possibly that it was good at dodging. Like I said, I don't know how much in Gen 1 is tied to speed, but I know that speed is like very important in Gen 1. Obviously it's important in all gens, but like specifically in Gen 1, it is quite a bit more important than any other gen. So, Persian being very fast, Persian was very good at Gen 1. I know that much. But yeah, definitely, as I said before, I don't really have a problem using weak Pokemon. The only time I've ever thrown a Pokemon off my team because it was too weak was Thievul. And I think that, given other Pokemon I've used in the past, that doesn't sound like correct. Like, I'm sure I was just using it wrong, because there's no way that I've done like a Quillfish only run of Pokemon Fire Red, and yet I look at using a Thievul on a main team and I quiver at how hard it is, because like, I use bad Pokemon. It doesn't make sense to me that Thievul of all Pokemon would be the straw that breaks the camel's back, because it doesn't look like a bad Pokemon. I feel like it wasn't designed to be a bad Pokemon. So I feel like I must have just been using it wrong, because there's no way it's that bad that I just had to bench it. I don't know, maybe I've just become better at using bad Pokemon over the years, but like, it doesn't look like a weak Pokemon to me. Also, while we're on the topic of Sword and Shield, I remember, in the last episode, I referred to Rookadee's shiny as lemon. I was referring to the color. First of all, don't know why I brought up shiny Rookadee in the first place. Probably because I was on Corviknight, like, earlier that episode, talking about Corviknight's G-Max form. It was like, shiny Corviknight, also very good. Like, obviously it looks like a normal steel type. It's not as, like, interesting as the original the original design, because it doesn't have, like, that blue, that, like, dark blue, black, slightly blue color. But, can we get out of this cave? I accidentally ran into this trainer, and, yeah, it's not, this isn't good. I'll leave it at that. This isn't good, because, like, okay, now I'm expecting, like, next episode I'm gonna walk in here and there's gonna be another trainer with an Articuno at this point, because, like, I found a trainer with a Zapdos. Now here's a trainer with a Moltres. Where's Articuno? Articuno must be in this cave too, right? And then someone else is gonna pull out a Mew, I'm sure of it. Do we have paralysis heals? I mean, I guess we could use the full restore, but, like, just don't use Fire Spin again, please. Just do me that favor. Thank you. That's a critical hit. If that is how much a critical hit does, then I'm significantly less worried about this than I was when he first sent this out. Obviously, I wasn't tremendously worried before, because I have a water type here, and this is a fire type. And this is, by the way, my strongest Pokemon. It's not like my water type is weak. So, I wasn't particularly scared when he sent out that Moltres, but now I'm even less scared than I was before. Olivia, at level 20 now. Olivia's levels are climbing. And here's a Golduck. Golduck has some power to it. So I am gonna heal. I do want to try to keep the full restore just in case. I do want to, like, hold on to it just in case, because you never know when you might need just, like, a full heal. Because I feel like in randomized Nuzlockes, there's a lot more of a chance that Potion just might not do it. Because you're gonna get Pokemon that have, like, a lot more health than any Pokemon was planned to at this point in the game. So, they're going to be giving you potions, and that's gonna be healing, like, a fourth of their health. Like, in Olivia's case, if I had just, like, a Charmeleon right now, at this level, it probably wouldn't have this much health. And so, therefore, a potion would have been a lot better. But because Vaporeon is a fully evolved Pokemon, like, they have a lot more health. They have 85 health. And so, if it was at 1 health, it would take 5 potions to fully heal it back to full. Which I think is crazy, that, like, we only have access to potions right now, and they're that weak. But, like, it makes sense, because they don't expect you to have Pokemon with this much health at this point in the game. Because I don't know if y'all understand this, but they didn't expect people to randomize these games. These games weren't built with randomization in mind. In 1996, when they made this game, they weren't expecting that, how many years later is it? Like, 28? 28 years later, they would be randomized. What does this guy have to say? Zubat is tough, but it can be useful if you catch one. Bro, I'm sorry, what? What kind of... Okay. Zubat is tough, guys. Zubat is tough, I suppose. Where is the exit? How do I get out of here? No, but, like, seriously. How on earth do I... I'm getting kind of scared, guys. I'm really getting kind of scared. Did I go down a ladder and not, like... not realize it? I'm trying to... Did I go down this ladder? Is this the exit? Is this the way out? This doesn't look like the way out. How do I get out of here? How do I get out of this cave? I'm starting to get panicky because I've run out of potions and PP on the only move that my Cubone has. And my Vaporeon is low on health and paralyzed. So, I guess probably so much for keeping that full restore. I might need to look up a guide just to get out of here safe and sound. Like, legitimately. I don't know how that will affect my recording, because I never tried to pull up Google while recording. But, like, I just don't want to lose. And there's a pretty severe chance of me losing, especially now that I'm using my final health restoration item. So much for saving that full restore. But, desperate times call for desperate measures, I suppose. Okay. It's stressful. But as long as we don't run into any more trainers, we should be good. Because these wild Pokemon are not doing a whole lot of damage to us. Knock on wood. So, oh my gosh, I want to talk about more stuff, but it's so hard for me to talk when I'm so stressed. This is so stressful. Because this is how I lost, like, my Pokemon Ruby randomizer on, like, the run that I got to... Where I got, like... I don't think the farthest, because I think that one... Oh yeah, it must have been the farthest, right? Because I didn't... Yeah, I got out of the Pokemon League. I remember, I lost my Raikou in Victory Road, and then I got out of the Pokemon League with only one Pokemon. And so I got destroyed at the Elite Four. But... Yeah, this is how I lost my Pokemon Ruby randomizer in, like, the most successful run, is that I just got stuck wandering around in a cave until all my Pokemon died. Like, this is just like the whole Victory Road situation, and I hate it. This is terrible. Bruh. Oh no, please stop hitting yourself. Please stop hitting yourself, Olivia. Oh my gosh. This isn't worth it, is it? We're taking too much damage. This isn't worth it. I'm trying to kill this thing, but the Raps just did too much. It's lowering us down too much. We just gotta get out of here. We just gotta run. I hate running away from battles because that's XP we could have had. But, like... Wait a minute. We're out! We're free! We escaped with our lives! Okay. Phew. That was... Oh my gosh. I forgot what I was talking about completely. Oh yeah! The wonderful shinies of the Rookidee line. But yeah, I said that, Rookidee's shiny was lemon. And I meant the coloring. I really like that, like, lemon-like shade of yellow. I think that it's in the place of the blue. I think it just looks really good with the black. I don't know why. I can't describe why, but I really like that shiny. Also just, like, I know it's very simple with, Choodle and with Dreadnought's shiny. Choodle's is good, but the shade of green they use, I'm just, like, not a fan of it. Dreadnought's, though, the shade of green gets darker, and it legitimately, like, looks like a snapping turtle with that, like, dirty green, and I really like it. Like, obviously, it's simple, because it's just like, oh, color the turtle what turtles are colored, and then that's the shiny. But, like, legitimately, it looks really good. Same thing with Wooloo. Like, the black looks really good, and I know it's just like, oh yeah, blah blah black blah blah black sheep. Blah blah black sheep. I know it's just like blah blah black sheep, you know, like black sheeps. Back sheeps. Like black sheeps, yeah. Black sheep. Is it sheep or sheeps? I don't know. I never heard anyone say sheeps. I think it's just sheep is the plural. The plural of sheep is sheep. You know, here's a question, Eevee Clan. We're cutting that. We're cutting that, actually. Y'all will never hear that brain fart, because I'm cutting it out. Y'all now have no idea what I just said, because I cut it out. It was that embarrassing. So, anyway, I guess that'll do it for this episode. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hopefully we'll make more progress next time. Goodbye, Eevee Clan. Have a great day. This is Alex Espion, signing off.